Hello everyone. As promised, this is a summary of the NoPE argument. I hope you find it interesting and useful. Although I feel it's ridiculous that I need to state this, I believe it is necessary to begin by clarifying that this is a stand-alone argument, and it is not affected by the beliefs nor the ability of the person presenting it. Additionally, it has nothing to do with, nor is it contingent on, the primacy of existence. So I ask anyone, and presuppositionalists in particular, please address the argument and not the person presenting it. Also, before someone tries to claim that I require God to change its mind or change its nature to make my argument applicable, I remind you, in the same way an artist uses guidelines and then erases them when making a drawing or a painting, God's plan could include erasing individuals from existence. And if so, this would not require God to change itself or its plan in any way. Furthermore, if God were doing this, we would have no way of knowing it. So until someone can show a reason that God could not or would not include erasing individuals from the universe to accomplish its plan, the argument, in my opinion, is both sound and valid. The NoPE argument in a nutshell. If the universe exists as a presuppositionalist would have us believe, there are no fundamental properties governing the universe, rendering everything subjective and therefore unknowable. So effectively, the presuppositionalist not only is faced with the inability to claim absolute knowledge of any fact, but if true, that type of universe renders absolute knowledge irrational, unattainable, and most importantly, non-existent. I will attempt to demonstrate why I feel this is the case by examining two competing worldviews. For simplicity and brevity, I will restrict my examination to naturalism and the cyclone version of presuppositionalism. I do this in an effort to investigate how each perspective, if true, would affect one's ability to obtain absolute knowledge regarding their universe. Let's start by examining the naturalistic worldview. If our reality is naturalistic in nature, this would allow one to use data gathering and testing methodologies to discern what fundamental laws govern our universe. It would also allow for the development of theories to explain those observations. Now, to be clear, the observer will never be able to, with 100% certainty, claim they have absolute knowledge of their universe. But if correct, the laws and or theories themselves could absolutely represent reality and therefore be absolute knowledge of the universe. So the person, even though they are unable to claim absolute knowledge, nonetheless have absolute knowledge. So, in this worldview, absolute knowledge is attainable. Now let's look at how presuppositionalism and its claims affect absolute knowledge of their universe. If God truly has the ability to create, manipulate, and suspend what we perceive to be fundamental properties of reality, then all knowledge is subject to God's will and plan. Now, as we have seen with the many miracles of the Bible, God's plan has involved Him adjusting or suspending these laws of the universe. Therefore, if true, Christianity at least does not allow for fundamentally unalterable laws governing their universe. In short, there is no absolute knowledge of the universe because everything would be subject to God's will and plan, and therefore, by definition, that type of universe and its laws are subjective, not objective. Now, I hope it has become clear why I feel naturalism, if true, is the one of the two that has the ability to discern the actual state of the universe, even if admittedly one is only able to make probabilistic claims. The claims nonetheless could be reflective of reality and therefore absolutely accurate. The presuppositional perspective, however, is contingent on God's will and plan, making nothing absolute. therefore making it impossible to know anything about the universe with any degree of certainty, including one's own existence. Now, if you're interested in seeing this argument in action, I invite you to view my video entitled Presuppositionalism Implodes. It is a discussion that I had with Mathew 4:19, Bible Thumping Wingnut, and Colin Pearson, where I present for the first time this specific argument. Their reactions are what some might deem frustrating, others entertaining. Personally, I think it's very telling what happened throughout that discussion and the tactics they felt they needed to employ when this argument was presented. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to your comments below. Please rate, subscribe, and like as you see fit. And as always, I hope you find truth, not capital T truth.